Hi everybody, happy Friday. So I thought I would do a video today on a detox tea that I used that I was gifted by Tashanta from Total Life Choices. Thank you, Tashanta. I did try the Iaso tea and I thought I would give my review about it and just talk a little bit about it. Okay, so over the years I've done a lot of different detox teas and I'm sure you all have too. And I've used a lot of different detox programs. The main thing I do, and I really do this because I'm hyperthyroid and I don't want to be on the medications or destroy my thyroid or have surgery. Um, I try to go with as many foods that help hyperthyroidism as I can. And I have done intermittent fasting where I will fast for 7 days every month, but then I usually try to stop eating around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and I don't eat again until between 2 and 3 the next day. So that kind of catches up to me by the end of the year, and I lose 10 pounds eventually, or 7 pounds. Um, um, Working with two doctors who walk a little bit, they're Western medicine, their primary medicine, and colorectal medicine. For my special circumstances, I have what's called a congenital fixation, which is an anomaly. It's a malrotated intestine, which means everything that should be on the right side of my intestine is on the left side. And I have a redundant colon. So I have a lot of extra intestine, and it's all on the other side and bunched up with a bunch of spleens called polysplenia and two growths on my left side. So I have everything over here constantly, but because I was born that way, my body is compensated to release that way and move that way. But when things get in the way, like tumors, or they grow, or cysts, or they grow, or the spleens start moving around because they can float around on their own and get in the way, or I'm not eating enough vegetables or fiber or roughage or eating the wrong foods or not moving enough or not drinking enough water, that affects all the piping and that can get very backed up. Add to that if you have GERD, which is the narrowing of your esophagus, and then you have what I have is called toxic nodule goiters, or toxic multinodular goiters. It's hyperthyroidism, and they start swelling. Now, this whole tube is completely restricted, and everything is backing up this way and this way. So I'm always challenged through here, really challenged. So I work on the third chakra a lot too. Met a really lovely lady taking a medical cab to my doctor. And her job really is driving people back and forth to the doctors a lot. I take a medical cab when I have to, but I mostly take the bus and I walk wherever I can. But if it's out of that area where I can get a bus, or the weather, or I'm sick when I'm going to the doctor, or I'm going for a procedure or something, and it's at a time, then I have to take a medical cab and I do pay for it. So I got with a company that I really loved a lot, that are really good, and I'm very sensitive to fumes. Air fresheners that are just overpowering in a car, that are like right in your face and in every seat or whatever. I finally found a cab company where they understand that you can't have 50 million little trees hanging up everywhere and these fumes coming at you constantly, because it throws me into wheezing and not being able to breathe, and then instant headache and nausea. So just think about when you have a really strong odor that you can't get away from it, you're just stuck with it. It can make you sick. So I'm very cautious about products I use that are from flowers and those kind of things, and herbs that would have anything perfumey in it. So meanwhile, these people drive around with a lot of times people that are sick that can't do their hygiene very well, and they've been sick a while, so they're putting things in their car to make it smell better. This was the first time meeting Tashanta, and she's a beautiful lady. And the first thing I noticed was there was one of those black ice trees hanging on her thing, and the dispatcher knows, like on a rear view mirror, and the dispatcher says no air fresheners in that car because she gets really sick from them. And they usually send a clean car, and she was so sweet about it. Just her spirit was so sweet about it. She wasn't like, it's dead now. It's almost gone. It's worn out. How can you still smell that? What am I gonna do with it? I guess I could put it in the glove compartment. Here, I'll sit on it for a minute. Well, that can't be bothering me. Let me roll down all the windows. I mean, this is what you get sometimes. So I just kind of reminded them, I'm paying cash. I can't be sick from this. I'm not going to the doctor to get more sick. So she was very sweet. She was like, well, let me get rid of it. She took it out. She threw it right away. As we were driving, we started chit-chatting about God, about diets, about everything. I shared with her that I had gotten off opiates through God and off fentanyl patches through God and didn't need any rehab. She shared with me her dreams, and she was a distributor for Total Life Changes and wanting to be a wellness coach. And I was sharing with her my dream of nutrition, integrative nutrition, which is what I really do want to go into. And how the spiritual, we were talking about energy, about God, we were talking about the Holy Spirit, we were talking about prayer. She had a smile from ear to ear. Her eyes were joy and vibrant. And you know when you're sitting next to somebody who has the Holy Spirit still working in them. And you know when you're sitting next to a person that is dead to the Spirit, is not receptive, and another spirit has entered them. I mean, at least I know. I have that ability to discern spirits. And she was full of Holy Spirit. Good vibes. And we talked about CBD oils. I told her that my son has several companies with pure CBD oils, and then I really wanted to try a few of them, and he's continually saying, Mom, I'd love to try you on this. You know, talk to your doctor, see what you need to do. But that I'm weary of it because I had a reaction to cannabis, and I am getting sick from just my neighbor's smell of cannabis. So smells, you know, I was telling him I can't do the smells. I can't do all those really nasty smells. So I was telling her the same thing. And she said, there's nothing, she said, have you tried a cleanse with a tea? Have you ever heard of Total Life Changes? She started telling me about a product. I've done so many detoxes in my life. I sold detoxes. I sold fiber boosts. I sold herbal detoxes. I worked that kind of thing before. The way I explained to her that I was on a fast, and the way I reboot my system is I do water fasting for 5 to 7 days every month, and then I alternate fast the rest of the month. And I had just told my doctor that, and she had told me to cut it out with the 5 to 7 and cut down to maybe 3 days to 5 once in a while. And so she said to me, Lashanda said, I think, I'm saying her name right, Tashanta, I'm so sorry, Tashanta. She said, I really feel in the spirit you need cleanse. She said, this tea is fantastic. Okay. So I wasn't going to buy anything. She didn't have anything to sell me. She said, go look at my website, read up on it, research it, and talk to your doctor, and here's my phone number. And I took her phone number, and she took my phone number, and she said, I'll pray for you. And I said, I'll pray for you. We both shared each other's dreams and wishes and hopes, and we prayed together. And we she turned me on to I am affirmations, which go like this. I am well. I am okay. I am already finished with this product. I am a success. I am pain-free. I am inflammation-free. I am vibrant. I am joyful. I am, okay, through who? Through I am. God says I am. Okay. So I really started doing those. I incorporated those into my 33 minutes with God every day, which it's really more like an hour or two. But if you're doing the 33 with God and you're doing the lifestyle changes, if you've been doing juicing, whatever, don't forget to cleanse. And this is an excellent cleanse. Now, I will tell you, I can't take severe laxatives like Dulcolax or even Correctal because of that malrotated intestine. They don't want it to, excuse me, twist into what's called a valvulus. If you ever saw the movie Marley, you'll understand it. The dog, the intestine twisted. It's a real emergent situation when that happens. So you don't want to give the intestine anything too caffeinated, too stimulating. It's going to make it, freak out, twist up, kink, and make a blockage. So, because I already have what's considered a fixation blockage by all that being there, I have to be very careful with cleanses. So my doctors really only said, eat more fruit, drink more water, eat more fiber, move more, grapeseed extract for inflammation, get to a chiropractor, osteopathic doctor to get in there and do that instead of the physical therapy forever and the pain clinic. Never mind the pain clinic. You got yourself off every pain medication and dead there. And I'm like, with God. And she's like, yeah, but you were determined and you did it. And I did. From 2009. And I don't take anything for pain. So my son is always telling me, well, Mom, what do you do for pain? And should I try some CBD oil? And I do have pain. I live every day with pain. I pray, I pace, and I persist. And that's what I was telling Tashanta is I pray, I pray, I pace myself, and I persist in doing what I need to do. And usually move through the pain. So, and then support myself with a lot of water, and I just stop eating because a lot of times it's the junk in the food. But would I like to try CBD oils or a tea for a CBD tea or whatever? Because I hear that it's so good. As long as it's not smelling up my house and smelling me up or whatever, I'll try it, right? So we were talking about that, and Tashanta said, "Get back to me." Okay, so I did my research on it. Didn't buy it. Let me tell you the ingredients that are in this. 9 natural herbs, which just because it's natural doesn't mean you can't be allergic to it or have a reaction. So that's why I'm very careful about stuff. But think about this also. All the medications in Big Pharma are also made from natural herbs and then additives. So this is the natural herbs without the additives. So what's in Iaso Tea? And this is the instant packet. You can also get it in tea bags that you can brew that make 1 big gallon, and that's supposed to last a week. Permission leaves, which help to remove excess body fat. Holy thistle, which blocks toxins and purifies the blood. Marshmallow, which supports the intestines, the stomach, and the respiratory tract. Melva leaves, and Melva leaves soothe bronchial and all this area, bronchial and digestive irritations you have. Chamomile is used to treat digestive and gastrointestinal problems. Ginger to help gastrointestinal issues, body aches, inflammation, and it fortifies and supports the immune system. Papaya to protect against colon cancer and promote cardiovascular health and skin condition. Myrrh for the treatment of irritation of the mouth and the throat. Myrrh. So That's a good one to remember if you've got thyroid and oral issues and swallowing and your tube here and esophagus. Myrrh, blessed thistle, to help with infections, inflammation, jaundice, and a host of other conditions. Okay, so I'm reading from Iaso Tea reviews. This was highlighted on Dr. Oz, and I don't usually follow anything Dr. Oz says, although I did try the goji berry and the chia seed, because why not, right? I don't want to use a tea for weight loss, although some people are using it for weight loss and it can assist people for weight loss. After taking this, there's really nothing in it that is specific weight loss. What you're losing is water and waste. One instant packet of Iaso tea, you pour into a 16.9 ounce, you can use a bottle, I guess, or two separate glasses, 2 8-ounce, 0.4 glasses, with some filtered water. You can flavor it with a little bit of fresh fruit, lemon or watermelon or strawberries, whatever. But it really just tastes plain. I tasted it plain. What I did was I put half of a packet in 8 ounces of water and half of a packet in another 8 ounces of water. And then you really got to drink your water. You take this 30 minutes before you eat a meal, 2 times a day. So one instant packet lasts 1 day. Now, the next time, it's so funny because my doctor walked in after Tashanta dropped me off. My doctor walked in and she said, "You need to cleanse that bowel." I had just gotten out of the car where Tashanta said, "Try to cleanse." I mean, it's obvious. Your skin looks just dry. Your hair looks dry. You know when you need to look cleansed. So, and others do too. And believe me, sometimes they can smell it on your breath. It gets that far up there that they can smell it on your breath. Anything that's in you that's toxic, that's not coming out of you, you're going to be in your skin. You're going to smell it in your sweat and everything. So it affects your teeth. It affects your brightness of your eyes, your hair shine, your nails, your everything. So you want to get those toxins out, those parasites out, all those germy things out. Okay. I mixed up my tea yesterday morning, and I had just started refeeding from a 7-day fast. I really didn't feel well on that fast. It was not a good fast for me. I ended up getting sick on it. I was sick for my birthday, which just was really, I was like, are you kidding me? But then I got better. I thought, how can I be getting sick while I'm fasting? I usually feel better when I'm fasting. But I had forgotten to drink my water. I had been doing errands and fasting and walking a lot, and I actually dehydrated. So when you're doing water fast, that's another thing. When you're doing water fast, always take a little bit of Himalayan salt or Celtic salt, just a tiny bit, and put it in your water. It'll help you get past that headache, nausea, weirdness. Also, increase your potassium if you can. If you're fasting just a few meals, make sure you get some bananas in you, or potato maybe, or melons, potassium, and salt. Make sure your electrolytes are okay. So that's where I was at with this fast, is my electrolytes just got all bajiggity. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to go right into a detox because I was just starting to feel better and just starting to refeed myself. But she picked me up, and she knew she was coming to see me, and she had 2 packets. She said, "I have something for you." And it was a follow-up appointment to my doctor, and she remembered that I saw her in May, and I was going to need to see her again in June, and she brought these 2 packets for me. She said, "Just try them. Let me know how they do." Well, Tashanta, thank you so much. Tashanta. I'm sorry, I keep saying Tashanta. What's wrong with me? I would say, number 1, don't go far from the bathroom. Carve out some time. This is why if I would buy this, I would probably buy the tea where you can actually make a gallon and just drink your glass when you're home. Um, to say to somebody, well, take the packet so you could take it on the go, you're really on the go. You have to stay near a toilet. What I would tell people more honestly, I've seen a lot of videos on this now with people talking about how to take the tea. The way my intestine worked with it, it was so rapid. After 3 sips, I was on the toilet for an hour. Now that could be that I really have a lot of redundant colon and I had a lot of waste in me that needed to come out. But it is an aggressive, rapid weight loss. It really is. Of waste. You notice it right away. First, your stomach gets really like bloated, like when you're taking stuff that's making you like gassy and bloaty. I did feel a little headachy. I did feel a little nauseous. I drank more water. The headache went away. I put a little bit of salt in my water. The headache went away. The nausea went away. And then I just kept peeing. I peed for probably, I mean, seriously, I peed for probably 3 hours straight. Every time I sat down, I had to pee again. And what did my primary care doctor, who walks on the wild side of holistic a little bit, under the radar, tell me? For years, she's told me, when you get backed up, it also blocks your ureters. It also blocks your bladder. It also blocks your ability to urinate because it gets around your kidneys. And you can get so backed up that it's all the way up into here in your esophagus, which is why when people get an obstruction or backed up, they start puking poo. Okay? Which is why people have back pain, really bad back pain, and it can go all the way up to here. Your intestines go all the way up to here, above your, for women, above your bra line, like right there, right? For men, your shoulder blades. So men, a lot of times go to the hospital with chest pain all the way up to here and back pain. They're constipated, they're backed up, okay? You really can release from all the way from there. So depending on if you have strictures in your esophagus, you're closed off a little bit, you got chutes and ladders for intestines, irritable bowel, spastic colon, Crohn's, whatever, you get kinked up. So cleansing is really important. So I know there's certain ones that are just liver detoxes and kidney detoxes. I'd say just take the tea. Take the tea. I wouldn't use it as a weight loss product. And Tashanta said, you don't need to lose weight. You just need to cleanse really good and just do two packets, like 2 days worth. Try it 1 week and another week. See how you do. Wow. I have been stuck at 124 to 125 pounds, which is absurd for me. Because even when fasting, I can only get it down to like 122. After fasting 7 days, I went down to 121. Refeeding with just water and a little bit of fruit and a little bit of soup and broth brought me right back up to 125. I took the tea. This morning, I'm right back down to 117. I haven't seen 117 in almost a year. I peed forever. That's why I'm saying, if you've never done this tea, let's everybody share your story. I'm going to just be honest about it. If you've never done a really aggressive, rapid detox, you want to carve out some time to stay near your toilet. You're going to be having to run to the bathroom a lot. Was it uncomfortable? There was cramping. Eventually. Once I got done doing all the peeing, then came all the waste. And, a lot was moving around. So gassy, yes. Bloaty, yes. And I thought, man, I don't need this. I'm bloating up. No. I want to go the other way. What about this morning? I was down to 117 from 125. Now, still, I wouldn't use this for weight loss because that's an initial cleanse, but I know in my heart when I start eating normal for me and fasting normal for me, I will probably hover around 118 to 120. That's where my body kind of wants to be. And the other thing I think is that for people that are using it for weight loss, that people that have lost like hundreds of pounds and they take it every day, you're just putting the food in and taking it out. It's sort of like being a laxorexic. You're just kind of taking a tea and before you eat, and then it's pushing out all the toxins from your food. But it really is pushing out what you eat too. And that's my feeling about it. I experienced it, I know it, I've done it, so there you go. I tried it. It's sort of like taking Marilax after every time you eat. It's sort of like taking laxatives to not gain weight. So I wouldn't use this as an alternative to lose weight. I would use this as a initial incentive to clear out, reboot, and cleanse, and then start eating correctly and exercising and drinking your water. And then every now and again do another cleanse with this. I know there are some people that are on it all the time. I don't think I would need to be. So that is my whole thought on that. Normal teas that I drink are like Bigelow type teas, lemon. I really love mint and lemon, and apple cinnamon is another one that I drink. So I mean, you can mix them. It wouldn't hurt if you really don't like the taste of it. But if you've ever drinking plain green tea, that's what the instant tastes like. I don't know what the other one tastes like. I might try. I don't know. I might try it just to see what it tastes like. But I would say I feel good. Okay, I feel good. Now, I don't want to say I only feel good because of this. Because I also pray, I read scripture, I read affirmations, I exercise, I drink water, and I exercise. I do my stretches. I do, for me, what works is, it's called PIO. It's Pilates and yoga stretches. That's what works for my spine. What my doctor would like me to do is get to an osteopathic chiropractor that she recommended who can get in there and adjust my spine. If your spine is all crooked, things don't communicate well, and you don't feel well, you don't walk as well. And if your intestine, if you have, like, I have scoliosis and cervical stenosis, spondylolisthesis, spondylitis, so I'm fusing and I'm curving in and I'm twisted up. So I'm a twisted chick for sure. So to keep everything clean and going in the right direction really helps. Flushed out. But I still wouldn't use this for myself personally. I wouldn't use it for a diet thing. But if you know you overindulged, maybe you had a wedding to go to, a vacation where you ate all the wrong foods, or those things you never eat and you want to cleanse, this would work great too. That's about it. Thank you, Tashanta, so much. Now I'm going to get in touch with my son and talk to him about his teas that he has, and I'm going to do some comparisons and see what works for me. But I'm not going to do them too close together because I want the benefits from this, and then I want to see the benefits from other things and in between, and just experience, so you're not confusing, like overlaying two products. I want to see the full benefits. When you read the packet, I want to tell you what it says is in here. It says dextrin, parentheses, soluble dietary fiber, Cassia angustifolia extract, Carcia papaya extract, Matricaria chamomilla extract. So I guess that would be the permission leaves, holy thistle, marshmallow, mallow leaves, chamomile, ginger, papaya, myrrh, and blessed thistle. Right? Okay. To make it, mix 1 sachet with at least 16.9 fluids of hot or cold water. Don't boil it though. Not the instant. Don't boil it. Take it 30 minutes before eating. 2 sachets daily or as directed by your healthcare professional. So check with your healthcare person, or mix up a gallon jug of the tea that is not instant, that you steep and you brew, and that should last that should last a week. So I just thought I would tell you what I thought of it. That's it. That's my video. Okay, so I can't wait to call Tashanta and let her know that I made a video and that I don't know, it's as good as any detox I've ever tried before. It says it says provides a gentle detox. Well, it's gentle. You're peeing. I mean, I was peeing. I feel like a racehorse. I was like, I didn't even drink 2 glasses of water and I was peeing all day. I thought, jeez, it's making me pee a lot. It's more like a diuretic. It's really making me pee. Losing a lot of water here. I was gulping more water. And I just kept peeing more. 100% natural, GMO free. Hella. Okay, wait a minute. What does that mean? Well, I don't know what that means. I can't turn that. HA. I should know what it means. HALAL. I think that means organic. Like herb only. Herb only? I don't know. I'll go read up on it and let you know. But it's really good. And plus, it's purple and lime green. I mean, the packaging is so cool. Kind of drawn to that purple and green. So, that's it. I guess you can go eat a bunch of, oh, and other ones I've done, sorry, I'm going to do it in a minute. Other detoxes I have done, just to let you know. Well, Marilax every other day for a while there, because my doctor would always say, you need to Marilax. Fiber, Green Goddess, Golden Milk Goddess tea, turmeric cleanses, smoothie Goddess drinks in the blender and juices, Restore, Reboost, Herbalife, which ones? Vitamist. I've done all the detox from the Amways way back when. The Amway was one of them. What was the one that was really good? Oh, the Master Cleanse that everybody talks about, the Master Cleanse. Your really good grade vinegar, your apple cider vinegar, your lemon, and your grade B maple syrup or honey, and water. 3 days. Did the Master Cleanse. That was like drinking Drano. That was horrible. With the hot pepper in it, the cayenne pepper in it. Do this. Do this. Just take the tea. Put the water in it, stir it up. Sip, sip, sip. The reason you see people not gulping it, I've watched a lot of videos on Iaso Tea. The reason you see a lot of people driving around talking about the tea, mixing it up in a bottle and taking a little sip of it is, honestly, you can't gulp it down without really shocking your stomach. So you are sipping it. It's a sipping tea. You're sipping it 30 minutes before. So it's not something you're gonna gulp down like a preparation in a straw. Don't use straws anyways, they're bad for the environment. But all the little fishies and animals, they're just bad. So I'm gonna say after all the master cleanses, green goddess cleanses, I think I did an algae cleanse too. That was bad. This is a good one. It's a good one. I don't know. I'll try some CBD teas and see. All I know is, again, I haven't seen 118 or 117 in a year. And to be there, and what a difference. I feel like I can stand up straighter and my back feels much better and I'm more clear in the head. And I woke up this morning and these aren't swollen. So there is some anti-inflammatory property in those herbs, okay? So I tried it, I'm sold on it, but I'm not just going to say this is the isolated only thing I'm going to use. I'm going to try other products too. All right, keep it eclectic. Don't get narrow-minded. And stay well, everyone, and stay cleansed and happy and healthy. Take care. Bye. Thanks for watching.